Hey everybody, my name is Alexandra, and today I'm going to show you how to use Jamboard as an alternative to have conversations during your reading groups. So Jamboard is kind of similar to Padlet and like shared slides, and that is just a great way to have a written conversation. So in a reading group, I might use it to open up before a discussion, or might use that to like prompt some discussion if y'all are kind of struggling to get started. It's a great tool because it kind of levels the playing field in that everybody is able to contribute. There's not like a rush to get your hand up, get talking, and people are able to get their ideas out there and respond to each other. So it can be a replacement for having a discussion or a kind of stepping stone to one so people can write out their thinking before y'all jump into conversation. So first I'm going to show you what one might look like, and then I will show you how to make one. How to make one's super easy, so we'll get to that at the end. So I have a Jamboard example already made here, and this is my little title slide. Just like I would with a PowerPoint, I can move between slides that have different content on it. So at the top, if I want to toggle to a different slide, I would just click this part up here where you'll see 1 out of 3, and I can click on the next one. I can also just click this top part with the arrows to toggle between the different slides. Y'all will see that I was already playing on here, but this is one way I might use a slide to have a conversation. I already put in some questions, add a picture to show how you felt about the reading, add a yellow sticky note with the line that stood out to you, etc. So there are lots of ways that you could have people contribute. Depending on the size of your group, this might be a lot of prompts to put on one page, in which case you might just click up here, click the plus, and add another slide, which I already did as well. So something that I really like about this as opposed to some other ways to like Padlet or slides is that I think it's super user friendly. So everyone is going to have all of these tools over on the left. So you can have a pen. I was over here drawing a little smiley face earlier. I will fix him because I erased him. You can write on there. You can use the eraser feature that you would just use the pointer to move things around. You can put in a sticky note, and I'll show you what that looked like again, this little sticky note symbol, and then change the colors and type here, click save, and whenever you're done, just click out of it. You can also add in pictures, which I really liked. So you could upload if you already have them, or this is a tool I like, just click where it says Google image search and type anything in. So you could just type in, for example, I asked people here to put a feeling in, and you would just click the feeling or the image that you wanted. In this case, it was a feeling. And you can change the size here. Obviously, it came in really big, so I would want to make it a little bit smaller and move it over to the side. You can also add in shapes if you need to do that, and you can add in a text box. That's how I added in the prompt. And again, you can move all of this stuff around, and anybody can put that in there. The other thing that I really like that's on here is the laser pointer. This is great if you're not sharing your screen, but everyone is looking at a shared Jamboard. If you're just using your arrow, and you're kind of like showing, oh, look at this prompt and circling around it, they can't see that. That's only on your screen. But if you click on the laser and circled something, everyone's going to see that little laser pointer line drag around there. So I think that tool is really cool. So those are all the tools on the left. Like I said, you can add more slides up here. If I wanted to add one, I would just click the plus, and then another one will pop up. The only other big important thing that you need to know when using this is the share option that will affect who is able to see and what they can do on your Jamboard. So you want to make sure that you have this shared. So I would just click the share button. It should be automatically set to private, so you'll want to change that. I usually make all of my stuff shareable to anybody with a link. People are not going to go Googling for your slides, but if that feels not the most safe or there are concerns about that, you can also always add the option to just share it with specific people. Just make sure that however you're doing it, if you're sharing the link or if you're sharing with a specific person, that you make them an editor, not a viewer. They have to be an editor so that they can go in and actually use all of those features. So once you click the link, or if you want to keep it to yourself, restricted would be private. However you've done that, just make sure you come over here and click editor because the default will be viewer. So that's how you use all of the tools within Jamboard. To actually create one, also super easy. You would just go to jamboard.google.com, click enter. And because I've used this before, it already shows up my example right there. But if you're already logged into Google, then this will just show up just like it would a Drive or Mail. If you're not logged in, it'll just prompt you to log into your Google account here. And then you click this little plus sign at the bottom right-hand corner, and it'll open up a new Jamboard. And then you can start to organize it with all of those tools I just showed you in our first example. So have fun.